Hey guys, Arizona Vivariums here, and today I'm going to be showing you how I do water maintenance on my big 55-gallon vivarium. And I decided to make a general video on how I do maintenance on the water section and as well as water changes. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I do is I get my supplies, which I have here is a big bucket to put the wastewater in, as well as a towel to put below the vivarium so any spills gets caught by that. The next step is to remove all of the plants. During this process, I will also remove the other decorations such as the piece of driftwood. So now that that's done, the next step is to take a large cup, something similar to this, is just an old Harkins cup, and what I did was I filled this up with just normal tap water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it in there in order to stir up all the dirt that's underneath the rocks and stuff, and then after that I'm going to take the cup and just fill it up with water and then dump it into the bucket. So something to remember while doing this is when you're scooping out the water, you're going to want to aim for the areas of water that have the largest or highest density of debris in order to maximize the efficiency of your scoop so you're not wasting as much water. So now that the filter is no longer working because the water level isn't high enough to support it, I'm just going to unplug it and then I'm going to clean out the filter itself. Also, a quick thing to mention, when you're rinsing out the filter, and if you're rinsing out the filter instead of just replacing it, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and really rub it to get all the dirt out. That's because you can just wash your hands afterwards, and it really helps get the dirt out faster and more efficient. So I found the best way to rinse out the filter effectively is to just take it to up your bathtub and rinse it out through the faucet there. The large amount of water flow as well as just like the power of it really helps get all the dirt lodged in there out, and it actually came out pretty clean, so I would recommend doing that if your filter is having problems. So now I'm just gonna plug it back in, stick the filter in, and then fill up the water part with water, as well as fill back in the plants and driftwood, and it'll be all set to go. It's always a pain getting the little thing back into the filter. Using a tool always helps. That was actually easier than I expected. The knife worked really well. So I'm just going to stick it back in there. Stick the suction cups to the back wall there. Cord on the plate so it's not getting crushed. Now I'm going to go plug it in. Stick that in there real quick. So now it's plugged in, as you can probably hear. So it's time to add in the water, which I prefer to do just directly through the filter. And I use RO water. Okay, so I'm back with a fresh pitcher of water. I'm just going to add that in now. So as it turns out, I'm all out of RO water for now. So I'll just fill this up the rest of the way later when more filters in. But for now, it's good where it is. It's almost full, so it's fine. So now that the overall water change is pretty much done, the last thing to do is add in the decorations back, which is the piece of driftwood I had, and the plants. And you'll also notice that there's still a little bit of dirt and stuff floating around, but I'm not too worried about it. I got most of it out, as I'll show you later in the waste bucket that I have. And I'm pretty happy with the result. I may or may not do another one later. Depending on how much dirt and stuff I see throughout the week after everything settles. Also, I just had the plants and the piece of driftwood on the towel that I laid down before, so it did come in handy. I also want to mention I did spill a couple of times. And of course the towel was there to catch that, so I would highly recommend having a towel there. So while I'm doing this, I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not already, but the plants that I happen to have in here are bamboo as well as pothos. And the bamboo is just from Walmart, I think, actually. And then the pothos is from Home Depot. Both of them are doing well. Pothos a little bit too well. I just cut it back not too long ago, so that's why there's not as much as there has been in the past. Oh, one of the skinks was running the water there. Always so curious. I love these skinks. And there's the bamboo I was talking about. I just put it behind the filter because that's where I think it looks the best. So now that pretty much everything is done, I'm not going to be adding any more water in there for it to splash around on my glass and stuff. I'm just going to clean the glass real quick. So the things that I found to work the best for this is just a damp paper towel. It's all like bunched up this way, it looks weird. And then just a few dry ones so it doesn't streak and leave droplets. I don't know. As you can see, these guys really do enjoy the water, so it's important to keep it clean for them even if it is kind of a task. And I do want to emphasize cleaning the glass as one of my pet peeves is enclosures with dirty glass. It's just a pain to look at, and it's kind of disgusting honestly, and it takes away the joy of the vivarium. So after the process of cleaning the glass, you're pretty much done with the water change. But since I was already cleaning the glass, I decided to do it for the land section as well, but that doesn't get nearly as dirty. Also, here's all the dirt and stuff in the waste bucket. As you can see, I clearly got the majority out, and their water is a lot cleaner. So that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one and found it helpful, and until next time, peace.